Alright, welcome to Weevil World episode 2. This episode's a bit sporadic and all over the place because the weevils came from literally everywhere. But before we get into that, you might remember that we named all of our weevils from the first episode. And hopefully we'll name all of our weevils going forward, though I got a solid 30 weevils this episode, so good luck with that. Anyways, let's look at who won. Coming in at first place, and maybe slightly unfairly since I pinned the comment, is Sir Strangefolk, who said that the Dutch word for weevil is snootkever, which I thought is just amazing, and so we're going to name one of them snootkever. Second highest comment is Clovis for the clover seed weevil, done. And the third highest is Sneasel. Actually, I suppose that's not the highest. Well, that one's not it. Anyways, Sneasel. So these are the top 3 comments that come up for me. So these are going to be the 3 names. We've got Clovis, Sneasel, and Snootkever. Those are our 3 weevils so far that you saw in the last video. Good luck naming the 30 weevils I caught this video. Okay, so this is the first weevil that I caught while I was in Florida. I believe it is a ragweed weevil. I had quite the time catching this. I was on the middle of a bridge in a marsh and it was on a plant. So I got a long stick that I found on the ground and held it out to the weevil and let the weevil walk onto my stick. I basically went weevil fishing on this dock. It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever done for a weevil, but it's awesome because this is such a cool one. I mean, I love these Lixus type weevils. I don't know that it's a ragweed for sure. We're gonna have a lot of unidentified weevils this video. It's pretty tough to identify a lot of the stuff that we found, but this is a pretty cool one, and it was especially cool to catch it in a unique way, which I am not used to doing. So take a good gander at how pretty he is and how large he is. Well, I don't know what this host plant is, or if it is even a host plant, or if I just got lucky, but this is probably the biggest weevil I've ever caught, and one of the most colorful weevils I've ever caught. Look at that beautiful snout, and look at all of that coloration, the orange with the black spots. That is a very pretty and good-sized weevil. I mean, it's almost the width of one of my fingers, which sounds dumb to call good-sized, but by weevil standards, that's a freaking massive weevil. Cool. Let's see if I can catch some more. I'm not sure if this is a host plant, because it is all around, so I can continue running my net through it and just hope for the best, or if I just got lucky. Okay, this is definitely a host plant. I've already caught 2 of them. I don't even know what my limit is for catching. Maybe 5 is enough specimens probably to guarantee that I get 1 or 2 males so that I can have a breeding program. We'll see. And this is a weevil that I caught while doing work. It is a iris weevil. We just found an iris plant near a stream that we were sampling at work, and there were 50 iris weevils on it, so I grabbed some. These are ironweed curculios. These are the things that I was showing off before. They are in the tank. This is just a little sped up video of them interacting. You'll see they get along great. There are actually 3 of them living in that tank. If you had watched my live streams, you would have seen them because I put a weevil cam in there to watch them. Hopefully they will have babies. We'll see. I'm going to try and start that kind of thing. Now, while I was in Florida, I saw this white speck on the wall, and here's my strategy. I couldn't reach it, but I did have a towel. So I chucked my towel at the white thing on the wall, managed to knock it down, and right there in the towel, there it is. This is a Sri Lanka weevil. I managed to catch it on the side of a hotel by throwing a towel at it. Ridiculous. And I got a pretty good high quality image for using my phone and the macro lens. Actually, the most my phone has ever cooperated in terms of focusing. So these guys are invasive in Florida, but now I've been a bit busy and striking out with weevils in general, just casually coming across them as I had been doing previously. So I was going to go this week and try to go on a weevil hunt and figure out where I could possibly find some new weevils for a Weevil World video. And then yesterday happened. And yesterday I went down to the Pine Barrens. I went there for an Avian Jay's Adventures video. If that's up, you should go watch it. But while I was there, at multiple different stops, I just happened across weevils. All right? First things first, we're sitting having our breakfast in the morning at a lake, at a canal where I'm going to catch a fish. And we're just sitting on the dirt there, and I see a black speck on a leaf. And I'm watching it move around for a bit, and I'm like, that moves kind of like a weevil. And I said, is that a weevil? The answer? It is a weevil. That black on the flower right there, that's a weevil. I believe this is Pale's Weevil, Hylobius pales, but I am not sure on that at all. These weevils, like I said, this video were very hard to identify. So I did my best. I didn't really have any help. All I have is a book and just my best attempts at identifying these things. It honestly, looking back, looks like Aptermechus ferratus, which doesn't even have a common name. Who knows? Weevils are too difficult, man. All I know is that I found this cool weevil. All right. Later in the day, we are going through this river in South Jersey, okay? We come out, we get back into the car, and she looks on her arm and she goes, oh my God, there's a tick on my arm. And I go and look at it. Nope, it's a tiny weevil. There is a tiny weevil on her arm, all right? And then she turns around. Not only is there a tiny weevil on her arm, there are 4 more tiny weevils on her back. This woman is a weevil magnet. Yeah, so I have tentatively identified these as Achiromera ligustri. They are absolutely minuscule, and they didn't even live to make it to the way home. I'm not sure exactly what the issue is. I mean, small things in general just tend to be pretty sensitive, but I don't really know exactly what these are. So I found 5 weevils, and then just now, I get home. I walk in my front door, I go to open my front door, and I see a suspicious looking black speck on my front door. What is a suspicious looking black speck? It's another freaking weevil. Yep, this is, I believe, Odontocorinus salubris. It is a type of flower weevil that doesn't have a common name. None of the weevils in this video have a common name, because why would I find these? So I just got like 6 new weevils while not looking for them whatsoever. So let's process. Okay, it is the first night of the summer where I am leaving the light on outside to try and attract various bugs. And I've noticed a little something right there, which looks awfully weevil-like. So I went and got a jar, and I'm gonna drop the lid. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop the lid, and then I am going to try to capture him. Let's see. And as I'm going up to grab this weevil, I noticed this thing, which is also weevil-shaped and also a weevil. There are 2 different species of weevil, literally just right here. I can never find weevils at my house, but I turned the light on one night and look at this crap. All right, let's get them both. All right, well, I was only able to capture 1 weevil. The other one got away from me, but I did get good pictures of him, so should still hopefully be able to identify him, but we did get a new specimen. And in addition to the one that I just caught, I also found like 20 of whatever this weevil is in a meadow today. So these are the meadow weevils. They're a type of flower weevil. I think they're the same thing, the Odontocorinus salubris that was on my front door. You'll see they have these like little yellow flies moving around, and they've got like the pollen stuck to their feet. They're definitely well adapted for eating or living within flowers. I've got a ton of weevils to process through right now. Honestly, I never even went out looking for weevils. Yeah, this is, I believe, a plum circulio, which is a species that I did not have yet. Pretty cool. This was on my back porch light, and who knows, apparently light attracts more weevils than I thought it did. And yet I essentially have enough to make a weevil YouTube video, so I'm probably gonna make a weevil YouTube video. So I guess that's what this is. So thank you for watching this episode of Weevil World. I didn't explore for weevils once. They kind of just showed up. And that's how weevils are sometimes. You look for them, you don't find anything. You don't look for them, you find as many weevils as you can think of.